Everyone has a little bad luck occasionally, but there are certain people that have such good luck you won't believe your eyes. If you want to see what I mean, keep watching as we look at 33 moments of the luckiest people you've ever seen caught on camera. Watch this guy fall under this huge van when the large vehicle turns the corner. The guy's bike and whatever he's carrying gets crushed under the van. But after the van goes by, the man is intact on the ground, still not believing what just happened. If that's not luck, I don't know what it is. This old man crosses the street and almost gets run over by a truck. The truck makes slight contact with him, but only enough to make the man retreat. That was a very close call and could have easily killed the poor man. Where are these drivers looking when they drive? These basketball players are pros, but I must admit that shots like this require some talent and a lot of luck, especially after bouncing off the rim so many times. This photographer is trying to be cool when he gets close to the water to photograph a huge crocodile. But when the crocodile comes swimming towards him and runs out of the water to attack him, the man has a change of heart and gets the hell out of there fast. This bull runs straight for this man and almost crushes him into the side of a building, but misses. But 3 more bulls come gunning for the same guy, and somehow he avoids being trampled by all of them. This guy had lady luck on his side that day. This woman on her small motorbike has enough time to get off her bike and avoid being crushed by this 18-wheeler as it takes a turn. The woman's bike is destroyed, but she comes out of it unscathed. At the speed the van was going, I'm surprised it didn't get a piece of the woman. This woman tries to finagle herself in between vehicles, and when traffic begins to move, the guy driving the truck behind her has no clue that she's there, and he just runs her over. She's lucky enough to fall under the truck without being hurt. It's an entire other story for her bike, but I don't think she cares. When a garbage truck was going into reverse, a 50-year-old woman was able to get out of the way. The woman was preparing to enter a temple when a garbage truck ran her over as she was removing her shoes outside. Fortunately, she escaped with only minor injuries. Watch this truck back up into this door with a man still standing there. The truck driver feels there is something blocking its way and decides to move his truck forward. But this man could have easily been crushed by the truck if the driver insisted and pressed on the gas. This man avoided a horrendous death. This truck packed with sandbags tips over and almost crushes 3 men. 2 of the men were able to get out of there quickly, but the third guy was really close to the van, so he had to dive out there, or he would have been squashed by the vehicle. Even when the truck hit the ground and the sandbags came flying out, none of them hit the guy. This guy is minding his own business and filling up his bus with gas when a huge truck comes crashing right next to him. The man moves away immediately, gets back into his bus and takes off. I'm surprised he didn't stay to talk to the driver of the truck. Perhaps he was hiding something. A man parked his vehicle in a garage station to check what was wrong with his car when a van pulled a jackknife and crashed into his car. The van avoided the man, but totally destroyed the man's car. This biker probably never saw this minivan come flying across the road from the opposite side, or if he did, he barely reacted. What's important is the guy didn't get hit, but where did the minivan land and was someone else hit? In our thumbnail, I don't know what this guy is trying to prove, but he's looking for trouble. It's one thing to be lucky when you're not asking for it, but it's another when you have a death wish. Because 2 people driving on the road have no clue what they're doing, an innocent man almost gets killed by both vehicles. The guy making the turn was careless and should have waited when there was no oncoming traffic, and the guy that crashed into him was going way too fast. I'm not sure what this truck driver was trying to do, but he wasn't doing it. Why did he stay there so long? Was he stuck? Nonetheless, when the train came through, it pulverized the rear tail, but didn't hit the cabin where the driver was sitting. We can see the driver come out of his cabin without any injuries. This biker comes seconds away from having his head crushed by the back wheels of this truck. The truck stops right before the wheels were going to roll over his head. Following an accident in which this truck ploughed into the scene, a TV news crew narrowly, onlookers and state troopers escaped being flattened by the truck. 2 people were injured, but everyone else escaped unscathed by the devastation caused by the explosion. This woman tries pulling a large gold bar out of a glass container, and with little perseverance and tenacity, she manages to get it done. I think this has more to do with her not giving up than with luck, but hey, who am I to decide? This biker is waiting to cross the street when a car smashes into his motorbike and makes it go flying. Somehow the biker was not hit and avoided injury, as you can see in this video. Many people run to him to see if he's okay. What a shock that must have been. And now I'm thinking the driver of the car might have tried to hit him on purpose. This man rides his motorbike in the rain and takes a slippery turn, falling right under a turning van. The van scrubs his back, so besides a few scrapes and bruises, the man gets away clean. This man is shocked when he's almost hit by a crazy driver on the side of the road. I don't know what happens in this video, but this huge wheel pops up in the air and makes everyone go flying. No one is injured. This tractor tries to get onto the street, but the man driving the tractor doesn't look if there are any vehicles coming his way, and when a car crashes into the tractor and rips the front of it off, the man falls on his feet just like that, and is not even touched by the car. This is one of the most stomach-churning races I've ever seen, and the cameraman was lucky to escape with just a new pair of underpants. No matter how many times you've seen it before, there's never been a dull moment in this racing season. You get a real sense of being there in the moment, especially when a careering car takes out the camera stations. When these 2 trucks collide and head in the wrong direction, almost hitting a pedestrian, the man manages to run out of the way and back to safety. This woman is hit by a car whose driver is out of control. This was not a busy intersection, and this guy was driving as if he was in the Indy 500. Some people shouldn't have the right to drive. Even the driver flew out of the car and could have gotten seriously injured. This old man avoids the worst when a car skins him as it drives by. The man looks at the car as if it was almost his fault and continues walking towards his destination. This man was slick enough to pull a move at the last second and avoid the worst when a bus and a car almost crashed into him. The man is shocked after the incident takes place and looks at the vehicles, wondering what just happened. This driver backs up without looking and knocks a man down on the ground. The man is surprised but doesn't seem to be seriously injured. What is it with these drivers not looking what's behind or in front of them? Seriously, these people need to take their driving a lot more seriously. This helicopter is landing and it somehow hits something that makes it go out of control and crash. Once on the ground, it's easy to see the helicopter is totaled. And although the people in the helicopter survive, some were injured as you can see them being accompanied out of the helicopter. This guy's motorbike goes crazy on him and just kicks him out of there. But that's a good thing because a train's coming at full speed would have crushed this guy had he stayed on his motorbike. So we can conclude that the motorbike saved the guy's life. This guy's motorbike flat out breaks down on the road right in front of a large truck. Thankfully, the truck driver wasn't speeding and had time to slow down and stop before crushing this guy. People come to help the guy out, but traffic continues as if nothing's happened. People are in a rush, and most of them don't care as long as they get to their destination. It's a recent video that shows a drunk man attempted to cross a train track while carrying a bicycle, only to be saved by a hero railway worker who leaps into action just in time. Be cautious, especially if you're inebriated, and stay away from train tracks. I'm even more baffled by the fact that these trains don't even try to come to a stop. They'll crush whatever's in front of them, no questions asked. Here is a lucky man when a truck comes spinning out of control and almost hits him. He avoids being hit without doing anything, but the truck behind him absorbs the shock, and the man with the umbrella probably doesn't even realize he could have died. However, I'm wondering how the driver of the truck that got hit came out of it. because his window was totaled and shattered when his truck got hit. Most of these people would have been killed were it not for Lady Luck. This is when you begin to see if it's not your time yet. You will not go. My favourite has to be the truck that got sliced by the oncoming train. Which one was your favourite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 33 moments of the luckiest people you've ever seen caught on camera. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so that you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That is it for now.